you mentioned the movie The Godfather. That's what the Don understood when he talked to Tom Hagen in the back of the car after the meeting. He said, I never knew until today that it was Barzini all along. In other words, all these problems we've been having with these gunslingers, with all these people, I mean, we're trying to sort out who's who and all like that. Say, if you want to get to the solve any problem, even in a criminal family, a criminal enterprise, find out who the head is. Don't fool around, I mean, with the people who are the so-called underlings. I mean, even if they may think that they are the big cheese and all like that, that's just thinking. Thinking something doesn't make it so. Now, it's the same way what you see with the old 1940s type movies. That principle is shown over and over again. When I used to go and take my little nickel and go to the Saturday movies and look at Wild Bill Hickok and Charles Starrett and the Durango Kid and all of what they call those serial type Western movies, cowboy movies we call them. Most of those movies, if they weren't fighting Indians, which was a lot of the time, they would be fighting among themselves about land or cattle or something like that. And they always, through the movie, they would be fighting gunslingers, hired guns. But finally, somebody would get smart and say, look, who's hiring these guns? Who are the people who is hiring the guns? So then they would go to the back of the saloon at the end of the movie, and they'd find that this is the guy with the deed to everybody's ranch, and he doesn't even carry a gun. He's hiring everybody else to do the shooting. And he's sitting back there with his chair tilted against the safe. Then they would have a fight all over the back of the saloon, and the fellow would take off out the back door and get on a horse. Usually they had a horse chase. And then the cowboy, the main cowboy, the white hat guy, he would chase the guy with the black hat, and he would be the evildoer, the person who is instigating all of this and has all of the town in an uproar. And he would chase him up and down the hills and valleys and finally what we call take him off his horse. He'd pull alongside of him and jump on him and take him off his horse, and then they would duke it out. And then the fellow with the white hat and the two guns, he would be the hero, and the movie would end. I mean, and anybody that looks at those old movies, it's the same scenario over and over again. It was a pattern. We look forward to it because they were ingraining that principle, and that's a very solid principle. Get to the people who are behind the people who are behind the people who are behind the people, not the people who are down front. The people who are down front is to fake you out.